Hello, everyone. A couple minutes before noon, we're going to start right at 12. I thought at just a couple minutes notice, I could give people some time to get signed on and find me. And so I just wanted to present some general ideas. I'm going to turn this music down just a bit. Waiting for people to find us. Now that I'm live, you should get notification that it should show up in your phone or on your computer at noon. To get just message from Eula that she's looking for it, and it's on the YouTube site. So hopefully people will be able to determine that I had put something on Facebook. If that is confusing, I am terribly sorry. And this will be available too. So I'll wait and see as people sign on, and then we'll just continue to move through this. If you have a moment and you don't have something like, say, a quartz crystal or something in your possession, it may be a good idea to find one, something that you would be able to use to conduct the energy that's going to be coming through. So as I was saying, Sharon just signed on, and if you don't have a quartz crystal, maybe something really pure crystal in your hand, it might be a nice idea to have that, because you're going to be conducting energy through us, and they're going to be building energy within our own selves. So Sharon, I see you're on there. If you think that music's a little loud, can you let me know that? Just text something. I'm hoping it's not going to be overwhelming, but I still want those notes of beautiful music, and it's by the Wellbeing Academy, and it's all angelic is what they produce. So I subscribe to them and like to listen to their music. At 12:12, what we're going to do is begin to summon in all of the archangels of the universe. I know that seems incredible, but it also seems very possible to me, because they're all there waiting to let us know that they're willing to help with this situation. And because we're going through such a transcendence process in this, it's going to be different than anything that I think that anybody, certainly in our lifetimes, and I think even generations prior to us, have experienced it, with the renewal of the planet, with the renewal of our lives, with the renewal of the energies that are coming in here, streaming in such a magnanimous manner in beautiful rays of colors, rays of the colors of the rainbow, one for each of the archangels. The idea of the energy flowing through us as transducers of this, or transmitters of this to those around us, is something that is relevant today. And I'm trying to listen as they're trying to convey the message to you that they want you to have, which is, we have a really important service to provide right now, and to have them come and say to us that we can take simple steps, such as holding an absolutely beautiful quartz crystal, something that's important to us, focus our energy upon the planet, help the planet to recover, help the planet to heal. I wore, because we're going to be using 3 different colors today, I had worn the royal blue, which is going to be the final color we'll be bringing in after we do cleansing, and the cleansing of the planet and removing the karmic backlash that's created by all of this. So it, thank you, Sharon. The idea behind it, that we sometimes greatly minimize what we're capable of doing, and we don't understand that we can do far beyond what we think we've been, I guess, allowed ourselves to believe, because our limitations are only by our belief systems, and beyond that, it is limitless. So when I was asked to do this, to summon every angel in the universe, I was, humbled. Admittedly, I'm intimidated by the prospect of it. I feel a little bit awkward to think that I've been the one that they've asked to do this, with the cooperation of the people who are going to sign in today. And the move forward is a process of what they want me to allow you to go through, just a brief meditational and purification process before we present ourselves to the holy angels and to the Council of Wisdom, which are basically the CEOs of this huge corporation that they've talked about, this conglomerate that they've emphasized. That the Council of Wisdom are the CEOs, essentially, And the owners, and above that would be, if we could put it in that perspective, would be the shareholders, or owners would be the triune, the Trinity, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, or Father, Son, and Mother, as we're beginning to understand. And the Holy Spirit energy is going to be a primary focus today of the energy that's going to be coming through. And the energy that we're going to be experiencing will be a loving, caring energy, and also probably one of the most powerful we have ever experienced. We have Archangel Samuel, who brings in the loving pink ray, love to quell the fear, love to heal the body, love to heal animosity. We have Zadkiel, who brings in the violet ray, which we will be requesting that Zadkiel bring that today with the help of Saint Germain. And the violet ray will come in and cleanse and purify. The idea behind all of them working in unison with the 7 archangels is heads of the other subgroups of angels beneath them, which numbers in the millions, to below them, all of the angels that are working within the universe, into the billions. And that's who we're going to be working with today. So you can understand the magnitude of it. And it's the excitement within me, understanding that what we look at now is this tremendous fear that's overwhelming everybody and making us feel inept and making us feel helpless. And me, anyway, I shouldn't speak for everybody, but when I see these types of things happening to people that I know and love, or people I've never even met, but I know the fear that they're experiencing, the dread and terror, I become not irritated. It goes beyond that. It goes beyond the type of fear. It moves me into a place where I feel a little bit angry about it, honestly. I've always been an activist. I've always been a person who's tried to make a difference. I'm not one to sit idly by and to say, projecting love is so important, but I know that also on my behalf, taking action is tremendously important. And so when we move into that realm of being active and doing something like this in unison as a group, and they've also at this point have had me move this to a realm where it's not just a private group, but anybody who might be coming across this is more than welcome to participate in this. And so like I was saying, I know Sarah Crooks is signed into one, and if you do, if you can, you should get a crystal, a quartz crystal, clear if possible. Just hold that, or something else that feels proper to you. Anything that can give you a little bit of bling, like we talked about. They really like the idea of using faceted jewelry or faceted crystals, because what we do is we refract that energy. And the more facets that are available on it, the more that it refracts the energy outwards. So the idea behind the type of crystals that have the facets on it moves and shifts that energy through us. But ultimately, if we understand how the 7 rays work, they're going to emanate from the universes outside of us, the 7 universes, and which we are one. And as that light, those 7 rays come down through us, they come as a pure white light. They're going to hit a crystal light, which would be Father God, as we understand that. However, whatever term you give that, whatever name you give that, whatever you're comfortable with. And so he would be the crystal. The light breaks then through in prisms and rays underneath that, through him, through the mother, or Shekinah, and through the sun, which is my understanding is Sananda. And those rays then emanate down through them, and as they refract those, and it was refracted through all of the archangels, refracted through all of those down below. So that's how we begin with a quartz crystal, where we too can become that prismatic effect. And that's what's going to happen today. Our prismatic energy is going to be compounded. It's going to be compiled, or let's say condensed into a much denser type of energy, that as we move up through, we are going to be able, through the dimensions, we are going to be better able to reflect and refract that energy that's coming in from the 7 rays. So, like I said, if anybody else is coming in and you want to have a crystal in your hand, if you don't have one handy, it's perfectly understandable. It's still going to work. I want people to know, those of you who know me personally, I've probably seen this many times before, but there's some people who may be signing in here who don't know me. And it's, what we're going to do is we're going to work with the Tree of Life. in this form or a form similar to this, or even the beautiful aspects of some people who are more in tune to our planet and the wildlife here and the elementals and that type of thing, that but to visualize a tree of life. And it's going to be activated with anybody who signs in today, as if you're here at that moment or if you're watching this later, to be attuned to it, to be in sync with it. If you watch it later, even at a much later date, that this process is going to be activated in you. So you understand that from then on, your spirituality will increase in magnitude at a rate that could be a bit intimidating. So I want you to be aware of that. We're at 12:09 right now, and at 12:12, I'm going to begin to invoke the Council of Wisdom, their presence, and all of the archangels in the universe. So if you have friends you'd like to invite, please feel free to do that. And it has been opened up to more people than we had originally understood. And then when I thought about it, I thought it's only right that it be shared with everybody that wants to do anything that can make a difference at this time. We're all trying to be strong, we're all trying to retain our faith, and we're all trying to do everything that we can to help those around us, to bolster them up, to quiet their fears, to enable them to feel less anxious, to strengthen their faith is the primary thing, to strengthen their trust. And some people, as this group was put together for what we would construe ourselves and understand ourselves within all trust and belief within ourselves, that being masters of conducting energy, being masters of communicating telepathically with the universe, with the beings within the universe, such as I've been doing for about 35, 40 years, and many of my friends have been doing the same. And so it is a concept of understanding that communication builds within us over time, strengthens in us over time, and we become aware of the idea that we can communicate on such a level that feeling separate from it is just, that becomes foreign. Being totally connected with it at all times becomes our existence. And I think that is really what so many spiritualists are striving for, that it becomes a way of life. And not something that we're looking at as what we're doing in our part-time, we're doing in our days off, we're doing in our evenings when we're not busy. It becomes a way of life. And that's at the point where so many, I wouldn't even venture a guess at the thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, well over that, millions, I'm sure, of people who are at the point of being activated to a point where this is the only way that they know to live. Regardless of their daytime jobs, they take this with them, and that becomes some part of their existence, but not themselves. And so within that realm of understanding how that power comes through to us, it is really significant to be aware that we are, as people say, we let our light shine, but beyond that, we let the light shine through us, and these rays begin to move through, and that's what's happening on our planet right now. It is now currently 12:12, and I'm going to show you what we're doing. I want you to, as we go into this meditation, and I have this glass globe, I want you to imagine that we have the capability to hold this within your hand. I'm going to take a moment as I hold this in some of the Council of Wisdom, and just with me, please take a breath. Feel their presence as they move into whatever area you're sitting in, even if it's in your car. Breathe, relax, and feel their presence. They've shown me that in order for us to try to do something on a planetary basis, it becomes so overwhelming, and I feel them definitely entering right in now. So what they asked me to do was to show an image of where you put the globe within your hand. If you hold this within your hand, and you look at it and you think, I can minimize this huge planet into an area where I can visualize it, such as those from the etheric realms are probably able to do, such as our astronauts are able to do. So what you're doing in that is you're putting this in a perspective that seems more realistic, that it isn't so vast, so of such a large scale it seems impossible. So if you imagine yourself, as we move into this brief meditation, of holding the planet within your hands, like this, with one hand they prefer, So you're holding the hand there, the planet there, and then I want you to close your eyes with me for just a moment. Take a deep breath. Become very quiet. Breathe. And before you, I want you to visualize a place that you know of, a place that you cherish, that has a beautiful stream and a waterfall. And you stand on the little banks of that pond that the waterfall flows into. And it's not a horse running waterfall. It is a fine, beautiful white mist. Before we can go this deeply into the presence of the entire universal realm of the archangels, we must be purified. So their eyes closed, continue in the meditation. See the pond, see the waterfall. It's a high waterfall, but still the water falls in this beautiful, soft, crystalline white mist. You can slip out of your shoes, you can lift up your skirt, you can roll up your pants. As you walk through that and wade through that pond and feel the energy of the quartz crystalline surface underneath of that beautiful, beautiful crystal clear water. The vibrations through your feet, the vibrations through your legs. As you walk through, empowered, energized, renewed, cleansed. The debris of the fear of others that stuck to you, being cleansed, lifted above you, lifted up over you as you move through. Step into that waterfall, step slowly through and let that beautiful crystalline mist wash you free of all of the fear and the doubt and the anxiety, the stress that we have endured. And as we do this, we begin to focus on that planet that sits in our hands. We take our planet through this same cleansing, beautiful process. The white mist. Stand as you know that you're being cleansed and you feel these crystalline droplets falling on you. Breathe. Express your gratitude. Express your gratitude to the water, which is life. Thank you. Step on through, step through the waterfall, and as you do, a tunnel of white light is going to come down and lift you. You will be pulled up slowly, gracefully, soothingly, beautifully through this white tunnel, at your own speed, at your own pace. And when you know you have arrived, when you are in touch with the angelic realm, then I ask that you extend a hand to them and a signal as a bow to them as they bow back to us in gratitude for our actions that we're willing to take today. And then now as we do this, please hold that space with them, holding their hands, touching them, having them touch you. Feel the magnitude, feel the wonder and the beauty of hundreds of thousands and billions of angels coming toward you, coming toward us, coming toward our planet. Hold the planet up to them. As I summon them forth, I speak to you of the council of wisdom, the four directions, knowing of who you are and what you represent, and you come to us at this time. Surround that image of that planet in each of our hands and surround us with your loving, empowering embrace. Soothe and quell the fears here. Cleanse. Cleanse. All of the seven archangels here with us, Jophiel to work with our minds, Michael to protect us, Raphael to heal us, Gabriel to bring us knowledge and understanding and inspiration, Uriel with the planet, Shanla bringing in loving energy and letting everyone experience that loving energy. Come. Zadkiel with the violet ray. Host of Saint Germain. Bring now our first step in this after our cleansing of the violet ray to purify the planet, to purify our home, which we present to you, the entire archangel, angelic realm, every angel within our universe. We present our planet to you, birthing a new planet, removing all of the karma. Zadkiel, we wait for you. We feel that remove any karmic backlashes that have been created by our animosity, our fears, our doubts, our misunderstandings with regard to what's happening on our planet right now. Let us cherish this moment to be a part of this. All karma being released, all negative energy being released from this planet, all fear being released from this planet, returning it to the universe for purification. And now, Raphael, and all of the angels under your command, bringing them forward to heal all people, to heal this planet, to heal all energy surrounding this planet. Bringing in your beautiful forest, green, intense ray. And today we learn it becomes not just a ray, but a green, holy fire that comes in and purifies everything and heals it and restores it to its natural, loving, beautiful state. Raphael, you come as a dragon with green fire flames flying from your mouth, surrounding our planet, and all of your angels working with you, cleansing everything with a beautiful crystallized green fire ray. And every person listening, whether it's today or at any other time, the same result with their bodies, restoring, healing, rejuvenating, releasing the fear, establishing our faith. Every person listening to this, the activation within you of the tree of life. From your root core, from the very root that you hold in this planet, where your feet stand, where you sit down, where you place your hands on this planet. Every root within you is now activated. The tree of life sending energy and power up through your spine, up through every chakra, up through every organ in your body, the 7 colors now, the 7 colors being activated in you. Energized. Feel the flow from the base of your spine, up your vertebra, up your back, through your shoulders, through your brain. Open your mind, open your heart, and open your consciousness to receive whatever information is being made available today and for the rest of your time on this planet. Know your purpose. Step forward into it. Be all that you came here to be. As we move forward into anything that they have asked us to do, anything that we have wanted to do on this beautiful planet, we're going to need protection. We're going to need more power than we have ever needed before. We're going to need the type of energy flowing through us that will keep us so supremely and divinely protected and empowered that the only thing that can do that now is what this planet has to have, what we bring forward today with every angel in the universe. It's beyond my comprehension. To feel what they're doing, to feel what they're providing for us. That energy that comes in, that protects us and engulfs us in a shield called the Shekinah shield. Our mother, our holy mother, the Holy Spirit coming to us and putting us in the sphere of beautiful light. And an indigo, as she says, indigo mist, thus the dark royal blue I'm wearing today. It is a deep, deep royal blue, indigo blue mist that comes now. And if you open up that sphere around you, your Merkaba energy, and you open it up and you know that it can be formed and empowered and filled with that wondrous, incredibly powerful indigo mist. Let it flow into you. Let it flow into your Merkaba shield. As if you've opened up like a flower and we seal it back up when she's filled that shield around us. And it becomes a cleansing, purifying mist. It also becomes a source of nutrition for us, a source of energy on any day, at any time, on our work on this planet. That we become tired, that we become stressed, that we become worried. Fill us now. If throughout your day you feel weary, if throughout your day you feel sadness, if you're an empath, you feel pain from others, take that wonderful blue energy and ask the Mother to help you deal with whatever it is that you need, to lift you, to energize you, to embolden you, to strengthen you, to increase your faith, to increase your knowledge, above all your wisdom. May she share her wisdom with you. May she imbue your entire spirit with the infilling of her holiness. La monono coro de stonda ma ato e kadashalan. Simba onda da stara nono. Nella la kuno mo da sunda da shoma da steda. Tanto steda o kodunde da sto. Berlind. Caradosso. Ilato. Bedo. Love is what we're offered today. Energy, repair, rejuvenation, a release from fear. No fear is helpful to us. No fear is good for us. So any of you listening to it, any of you who are listening to this later, being blessed, experience the great and tremendous love that is being offered today. And know that as these angels continue, every angel in the universe, can you imagine? Billions of them surrounding our lovely planet, surrounding us on this tiny little speck in the universe. So bring it to a point where you know it is not a huge project. It is a project that they have been asking for permission to do. And they will do it with ease, with beauty, but primarily they will do it with love. So as you sit for a few moments, just rest. Just sit with me. Feel that energy moving through you. "12 minutes. And what a life changer. Incredibly beautiful. Breathe. Breathe. As you're in your homes or maybe in your cars and you're listening to this, you can take all the time that you want to sit with this energy, to let it engulf you, to listen for the inspiration that's being offered to you today, to listen for the messages that are being conveyed to you. What do you most need to hear? What one thing do you most need to know today? Ask that question. Because when you get that answer, it will move you into a new realm of thought. It will move you into a new dimensional density or lightness that will take away the heaviness that we've been feeling for the last 2 months. We can find freedom in it. We can trust that they're going to heal this planet of this virus. We can trust that they're going to show us, if we open our minds to the inspiration that will show that physicist, that microbiologist, that person, that scientist, that lay person, that herbalist, that naturopath, whoever it is that says, if you will show me, we can find something that will cure this, that will enable people to stay well. And primarily as we go through the transition, that those souls that we fear for, those souls that we love and cherish, we go through this time and all the time forward where, as we know, people leave here with the opportunity of coming back. People leave here for a purpose. They leave here for a reason. They leave here because it's time. And for those people, we send them all of our love. And for those people struggling with this illness, we ask that every angel that's present minister to them, relieve their anxiety, relieve their pain, relieve their congestion, and help them fight the bacteria that's in their body, help them fight the virus that is consuming them and attaching to their systems. Shrivel the little legs on the little coronavirus, little tentacles reaching out. And remind people that there are ways, if they spend time in meditation, even though they're sick, programming the energy in their own bodies to combat this virus. That's exactly what it will do. Understanding that there are ways that we can do this, and it needn't bring us to fear. We look to faith, we look to guidance, we look to inspiration, always to inspiration, and have them bring to us the knowledge that we need to move forward in our lives in a way that we know is going to take us to the heights of our highest and best and most loving self, which is the reason we're all here. I sense that they're done. They will continue to work with this until this is done. It might be hours, it might be 3 days, but you're going to sense an enduring change within our planet as this fear is lifted, as it dissipates, as we're able to more freely move throughout our lives without those controls that have held us back. And with everything that ever has brought us to this point, that has suffered with us, that has worked with us to bring us to this point as humanity, we owe them our gratitude. With this, as I said, stay in this energy as long as you feel comfortable with it. Breathe and understand that the blue indigo mist is not going to leave you, and it is our loving mother. She will continue to nurture, the same as if we were being breastfed by a very loving mom. Reach out to one another. Play nice. Play nice with everybody. Be kind. And be as loving as the universe will allow you to. Be that crystal. Be that prismatic crystal that the angelic colorful rays come through, and we become healers in a manner that we've never known before, when we now have the opportunity to step up and provide people a loving, healing energy. And with that, with each and every one of you, I love you, and I so appreciate you being here today. And I so look forward to seeing my friends again and being able to get out of the cave. So love yourselves, reach out to one another, and love.